words. Hey guys, Jen here. So today I'm going to do a little get to know me tag. I wasn't really tagged in it, but a YouTuber I follow, Safanka, she did this video with her friend Heather, and they had both said that whoever's interested can go ahead and do it, just tag them in it. I decided to write down the questions that they did and answer them myself. I wrote them down, but I'm going to try to answer them at the moment right now too, just so my answers are a little bit more honest. If you guys like this, give it a thumbs up and I'll do more. Number 1, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why? For me personally, I would really like to change the way that I look at myself. I'm very critical of myself and how I view myself and how others view me. For some reason, I tend to care more about what others think about me than what I think about myself. I think that mainly has to do with the way I was brought up. My mom always was very, very strict about the way we looked, the way we talked, the way we held ourselves, and she always had a rule that you can't leave the house unless you're dressed in your Sunday best, so kind of like the best way that you could be presentable. And I've kind of carried that with me throughout my life to where I won't even leave my house to go to the grocery store without putting on some powder and eyeliner, which living in a town of less than 1,000 people is kind of sad. I would really like to work on that and change that about myself. Number 2, what is your favorite cereal? I am obsessed with the Special K Chocolatey Delight cereal. It is so good, and it has these little chocolate pieces in it that are just... My husband got mad at me because I was buying like 2 or 3 boxes at a time and just stocking up on it, and he got tired of me always eating that one. So he's like, no, you need to do something different. So I got a different Special K, and this one's apple cinnamon crunch, and it's really good, and it has like these little apple crispers at the bottom of the bowl. Well, they're not at the bottom of the bowl normally, but after they've sunk down the bottom of the milk, they're at the bottom of the bowl. So it's really good, actually. It tastes like Apple Jacks, but better. Number 3, what is the first thing that you notice about a person? I have total brow envy. So when I see someone that has like these gorgeous brows, I'm just like, I want your brows. And also, I notice a lot of body language. I took a communications and healthcare class for my medical assistant course, and we really learned a lot about nonverbal communication and the way someone holds themselves. So after taking that class, I kind of started picking up and noticing the little cues that people have when they're talking to you. And because of that class, I pick up on them more, and I notice them right away when I meet somebody, so I can tell, you don't really like me, you're just pretending to, or I like you, you're being honest, you know, the way you're holding yourself, the way you're looking at me, you seem really open, you're an open person, I like you. So it's just those little things that I notice right away. Number 4, what do you prefer, winter or summer? Okay. I am a total winter person. Mainly because winter is when Starbucks has the peppermint mocha, and that is like my holy grail drink. It's the best drink in the world. I hate pumpkin spice. I don't care for the graham cracker one. It's okay, but my favorite is the peppermint mocha. I like it hot, I like it cold. Some like it hot, some like it cold. And also in winter, you can put on all the layers that you want to get warmer, but come summertime and you get really, really hot, the more layers that you start taking off, the higher the chance is that someone's gonna call the cops on you. Number 5, is there anybody you truly hate? So, I would like to do a story time about this, but I have to get my husband's permission and kind of just like write it down and get all my facts straight. But back when we first moved in together, so like 5 years ago, this person decided to butt into our relationship, and for the longest time, I hated this person more than anything in the world. I wanted them to just go away. I would imagine all these horrible things happening to them. I didn't give a crap about them, you know. But after a while, and as I matured more as a person, because you know, I'm 23 now. That was 5 years ago. I've learned to realize that we all make mistakes and we all mess up, and sometimes we are so focused on what we want and what we think we need that we will ignore other people and how our actions affect them. So I don't hate her anymore. I've learned to forgive and forget and move on with my life. Honestly, I don't think I can say that I hate anybody in my life at this moment. Number 6, what is your favorite smell? This one's a little hard to explain. So you know when it's summer and it's really hot and kind of muggy and humid, and you can see the dark clouds are rolling in, and all of a sudden you just hear the as the thunder hits, and it starts lightning and the thunder's rolling and the rain hits that hot asphalt. That smell of the hot asphalt and the rain mixed together, it's a comforting smelling, and it reminds me of my childhood, and it just brings back like so many good memories of growing up and me and my sister playing together. It's those little smells that will trigger memories. Like sweet pea will always remind me of my mom, and fresh brewed coffee will always remind me of my grandpa. It's those little smells. But yeah, hot asphalt and rain on a hot, humid day are my favorites. This is my favorite smell. Number 7, if you were another person, would you be friends with yourself? I would probably be very annoyed by myself. I'm very loud and obnoxious, and I know I can be rude at times. So I really think that I would be kind of just like, yeah, I know her, but we're not friends. That kind of thing. It's kind of sad to say. Number 8, if you could go back in time to your younger self and give advice, what would it be and why? So I really sat really long and thought about this for a long time after watching those videos that Stefanka and Heather did, and which I'll link both their accounts below, by the way. But thinking about this question really brought back a lot of emotions for me, because when I was younger, I was a typical screw-up kid, you know. I cut myself, I got into a lot of bad things, I wasn't with the good group, I kind of like lost my faith, I lost everything that was important to me. And to give myself one piece of advice is too hard, it's too much to ask for, because there's so many little things I want to tell myself. So I kind of wrote a letter to myself, and it's more of a promise than advice, or a couple promises. And I've tried saying this already like 4 times, and every time I start crying, so I'm sorry if I cry while reading this, but it's just unavoidable because it's a very emotional thing. If you guys would like to know more about my past growing up, I will totally do a story time about that, because I'm not afraid to share where I came from and how much I've built myself up with the help of everybody in my life now. See, I told you, I'm already starting to tear up. Oh my god, I'm such a baby. Come on, Jen. Okay, so this is my letter to myself. And like I said, it's more of a promise than advice. Dear 16-year-old self, I know right now life sucks and it feels like you just want to give up and die. But I promise you, life is going to get so much better. And it's going to be full of so many amazing people and full of so much love. Your ex is going to destroy you. And it's going to feel like the end of the world. But you are going to meet the most amazing man ever. And the two of you are going to have an amazing life and an amazing nerdy wedding. And you're also going to have 2 amazing loving cats who mean the world to you. He has an amazing family who accepts you for who you are, and you get a group of friends that no matter what, they're by your side. And my biggest promise, which may seem like my biggest lie, is you are going to love your mom more than anything in the world, and she will be your backbone. Yeah, she's always going to get under our skin and annoy us, but honestly, we're so much like her, and that's why. And when she ships your butt to Georgia, you're gonna hate her and hold that grudge against her for years. But I promise you, if you hadn't have gone, you'd probably be dead at this moment now. And plus, going there was the best thing that could have happened to you besides meeting Michael. And honestly, if you hadn't gone, you would never have such a great bond with your brother-in-law. And yeah, while he's a little crazy and eccentric, you know deep down you love him and you'll always miss your deep late night talks. So, slow down and enjoy life. Drop those deadbeat friends that are smoking behind the gym, but they're not going to do anything for you. Stop being afraid to admit that you're a nerd and go hang out with your choir friends. That was my letter. I actually got through it pretty well, I think. So if you guys liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys want to see more of these, go ahead and comment below. If you're interested, I'll do a Q&A. I'll post a picture on my Instagram and you guys can post your questions on there and I'll pick a few to answer. And also, like I said, if you want to see a story time about my background and how I grew up and how I was in high school, go ahead and comment below also. So that's about it. I'm gonna go. I hope you guys liked this video and I will see you next time. Bye!